Shalom, 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 shalom. Last night I had the strangest dream I ever dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. I dreamed I saw a mighty moon, and the room was filled with men, and the papers they were signing said they'd never fight again. And when the papers were all signed and 1,000,000 copies made, they all joined hands and bowed their heads, and grateful prayers were prayed. And the people in the streets below were dancing round and round, and guns and swords and uniforms were scattered on the ground. Last night I had the strangest dream I ever dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. Wow. I can't believe we're going to be singing those songs again. What a week. I want to dedicate tonight's Kabbalat Shabbat to today's people of Ukraine, Kyiv, Crimea, Sevastopol, and all the other places that are under attack. I know that although my ancestors were not native to Ukraine, they came through Ukraine and from Ukraine, and yeah, that was quite a trip when they came. And they came over here so that we could be here. Lots of them are still over there, and there's a lot of really important topics, I guess, to be discussed tonight and talked about. A lot of my relatives came from Belarus too, and I'm really disappointed in Belarus for caving. I'm going to start with blessing the candles, and as we bless the candles tonight, I was talking to my students last night about solidarity and how wouldn't it be amazing if 1,000,000 Americans stood up and went out and said, no, we stand in solidarity. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. So we dedicate these candles to peace. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. it isn't a very happy celebration tonight. When I woke up yesterday morning to hear about really the beginning of what has started actually a long time ago, I remembered being in 7th grade and being pushed and shoved and thrown into my locker, because in those days that's what 7th graders did to Jewish kids with red hair who played the violin and seemed to excel in their studies and were actually friendly with the teachers. So I got thrown in trash cans, kicked around, pushed, shoved. I went to the principal and I went to the teacher, and they basically said, "You boys have to work it out." And basically, I got harassed and beat up and shoved around pretty much every day of junior high, which was then 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, until at a certain point, I did the only violent act I've ever done in my life, which is to throw a perpetrator across the room. And then I lined up myself with a bodyguard. I was a student, a big, tall student, and he never hurt anybody, but he made sure nobody ever hurt me. And that was a relieving feeling. And I was reminded of what the Ukrainians must feel like right now. They must feel like the kid that gets harassed and pushed around and punched and shoved and spat upon by initiators of badness. We call them bullies. I hate to call them bullies, but I think Putin definitely qualifies. And we're told that if we fight back, we'll both be arrested. So, what century are we in? So many countries have done this. Now we have a megalomaniac, but he's got his hands on a lot of power. And over the last 5 or 6 years, integrity became very ill. Integrity became almost absent. It no longer matters if we make a promise, apparently, either to protect or to leave people alone, especially if they give up a lot. So Ukraine's going to fight, and obviously there are so many complications about if we should start getting involved, and nobody knows that answer. But we're sitting on a very, very intense situation, one in which crimes, international crimes, are being committed by leaders of countries. And so, as I said, I dedicate this evening to songs of peace that we used to sing at camp. We're going to revive those. And we remember that solidarity of body, spirit, and soul is so powerful. So even if all you can do is pray and hope and wish and give great energy towards sending the kind of feelings that we want to send over there, but don't be silent. If thousands of people in Russia don't want to be silent and are not afraid to be silent, why should we? Wow. There's so many songs that fit. I think we'll start with Sim Shalom. Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova uvaracha. Sim, 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 sing, sing, shalom, sing, 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 shalom, tova u'baraka. Ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la la, ya la la la, sing, sing, shalom, sing, 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 shalom, sing, 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 shalom, tova u'baraka. Well, hello, Kylie. I'm so glad you joined tonight. And hello, Phyllis. I'm so glad you're here. There's enough of us here to make a difference. How do we make a difference? We must support every way that Russia can be, and I don't want to say punished, but disciplined. And not even Russia. Let's say Putin can be disciplined, that no one has the right to occupy a country and take away their sovereignty, especially a country like Ukraine, which actually has a lot of dignity around there and a lot of pride around their sovereignty. There's a concept in Jewish teaching called the Amalek. The Amalek is the proverbial destroyer, negative, awful, evil doer. Hitler, Haman, Mussolini, Hirohito, and many others through times. We have one on our hands right now. And if it was possible to send him a message, I would say, no one owns the world. Stop kicking and punching and throwing and yelling and screaming like a baby, Mr. Putin. You have more than you'll ever need. This is a crime against humanity. I take it seriously and I take it personally. And at some point, we do have to stand up, just like I did in 8th grade, and say, that's enough. And I think the world has the power to do that without going to war. Let's focus on that a little bit. This is an old peace song from the 60s. I dedicate this to all the young men and women, all the men and women of any ages who are caught up in this crazy thing and dying, be they Russian, Ukrainian, or anybody else. No reason to be dying right now for service to an evil, despotic, autocratic dictator. And I know I'm being passionate tonight, don't think it can't happen here. Believe that it can happen here. Act as if it can happen here, because it is happening here. It's happening here and now. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Gone to young men, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to soldiers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago. Where have all the graveyards gone? Gone to flowers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? I'm thinking of my children tonight, and I'm thinking of my grandchildren. And I know that one of them is watching, and I'm sending love to Millie. Millie, I'm sending you so much love, and Gabor, thanks for bringing her on. I want the world to be better for Millie. I want the world to stop. And I want despotic, angry, narcissistic men to stop thinking that they have a right to challenge and torment and torture the world. And it's little children on the playground learning to get along that is a great start. And I know that Millie works really hard to get along on the playground and to separate right from wrong. And I'm proud of her. And I'm proud of Jam. And I'm proud of all my grandchildren, my children, and also the children of the world. We are all parents to all of the children. I worry about everybody who's in harm's way, especially when it's perpetrated. I mean, at least you could say the pandemic was, not that we know of, was not perpetrated by humans, at least started by humans. This is called the Song for Peace, another camp song. What do we do when we want it more? We bow and soul to the early morn. What do we do when we want it more? We bow and soul to the early morn. For our hands are strong and our hearts are young, and the dreamer keeps dreaming. Day too long, keeps dreaming. Day too long. What do we do when we wanted a town? We hammered and we nailed till the sun went down. What do we do when we wanted a town? We hammered and we nailed till the sun went down. For our hands are strong and our hearts are young, and a dreamer keeps a dreaming. Day too long, keeps a dreaming. Day too long, keeps a dreaming. Day too long. What did we do when it's peace we want? When it's more than a fella can build or plant? What do we do when it's peace we want? When it's more than a fella can build or plant? We'll gather friends from the ends of the earth. Lend a hand in this hour effort. We'll plow and sow, we'll hammer and we'll nail. are young, and the dream keeps the dreamer angel. Long keeps the dreamer angel long. Keeps the dreamer angel long. Well, from the ends of the earth will dawn and enter the land of man. In this hour of birth, will plow, will sow, will hammer and will nail, will work all day, will peace and will. For hands are strong and hearts are young, and a dream keeps the dreamer angel. One keeps the dreamer angel long. The dreamer angel long. The dreamer angel long. I'd like to sing a Shlomo Carlebach song. I can't believe we're going to have to bring all these songs back from the 60s. And yes, we can make a difference. We can speak out. There should be 1 million people in the streets by the capitals in every state in this country and in every country in this world protesting the bad behavior of a really big, spoiled child named Putin. All right, so this song the whole world is waiting to sing the song of Shabbat. The whole world is waiting to sing the song of Shabbat. Yi-di-di-di-di-di-di. To sing the song of Shabbat. Yi-di-di-di-di-di-di. To sing the song of Shabbat. The people in Ukraine are singing. The people in Ukraine are waiting to sing the song of Shabbat. I-di-di-di-di-di-di. To sing the song of Shabbat. I-di-di-di-di-di-di. To sing the song of Shabbat. And write a name of a country or people somewhere in the world or in some state of some race or ethnic group who are waiting to sing a song of Shabbat. The people of Belarus are waiting to sing the song of Shabbat. The people of Belarus are waiting to sing the song of Shabbat. Hi-di-di-di-di-di-di. Die-die-die-die-die-die. The people of Hungary are waiting to sing the song of Shabbat. People of Hungary are waiting to sing the song of Shabbat. Sing along. To sing the song of Shabbat. To sing the song of Shabbat. The people of Poland are waiting to sing the song of Shabbat. The people of Poland are waiting to sing the song of Shabbat. It's kind of a David and Goliath thing. It's kind of the cats and the mice. So what is this energy of negativity, of unkindness that keeps coming through? I'm willing to imagine the possibility that this man can have a change of heart. That he can learn that we've passed the time when nation attacks and takes over nation. And it's true. It's true. So many countries in the world have been guilty of this. All because of some boundaries that some people set some artificial imagined boundaries that were set long, long, long ago. A great teacher, Sylvia Boorstein, we call her the Jubu because she's Jewish and Buddhist, and she teaches the saying, "I wish for you enough." So I asked a question of this man, this big man, acting like a little tiny child, kicking and pounding and screaming and throwing a fit and punching and hurting people. I asked the question, do you have enough? So tonight, as we sit in our safe homes with our families, and we experience more freedom right here in the United States than Jews have had for hundreds, maybe thousands of years. And not only the possibility, but the actuality of a place where we can go, that we can feel safe. And that place and all the other places need to move into a place of egalitarian equanimity, which is to say, let's get along. So as it says in the Torah, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore, because we teach war. We teach war, we teach bullying. Where do young people learn it? They learn it watching us drive and our behavior. They learn it listening to us on the telephone. They learn about it, hearing us express and speak vitriol. So let's just stop. Hey, oh, 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 hey, hey, oh, hey. Lo Yisrael, Goethe, Lo Yamadu, Milchama. Lo Yisrael, Goethe, Lo Yamadu, Milchama. So it's time to stop being aggressive, possessive, greedy, hurtful, and it's time to be kind. Hey, oh, 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 hey, oh, hey. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Just walk beside me and be my friend. Together we will walk in the path of Hashem. How good it is for brothers and sisters and all others to dwell together in peace, to walk side by side in solidarity, to say no to autocrats, to say no to dictators, to say no to brainwashing, and to say yes to kindness, to default to nice, and to live in peace. Is it possible? Is it possible? It is possible. It's possible that we can rise above the behavior that we've been repeating for thousands and thousands of years. But it takes body, spirit, and soul together and unity. And so, as the leaders of Ukraine are bravely enduring that which may be a very unhappy ending for themselves, we can stand up too. And we have to figure out how to do it. Ufros aleinu Sukkot, Sukkot, Shlomecha, Ufros Sukkot, Sukkot, Shlomecha, Yalai la la, Yalai la la, Yalai la 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 la, Yalai la la, Yalai la la, la 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 la. Ufros aleinu Sukkot, Shlomecha, Yisakoy el Goy Terem, Yilmadu od Milchama, Yisakoy el Goy Terem, Yilmadu od Milchama. Lo Yisakoy el Goy Terem, Lo Yilmadu od Milchama, Lo Yisakoy el Goy Terem, Lo Yilmadu od Milchama. So what can we do? We certainly can contribute to humanitarian aid, and we certainly can speak out. And when people make a speech, anyone, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of followers who say that Putin is a hero and that he's brilliant and that he's a genius and he knows how to get his people under control. We call that, what do we call that? We call that ignorant. We call that absurd. We call that facetious. This is a time to come together. It's not about a debate. By the way, today, the first African-American woman in history was nominated for the Supreme Court, and she's amazing. And when people think they can have more power and grab freedom away from people, she has let them know that that's not possible. And so I look forward to this new era with a little bit of hope and joy. And it's very hard, it's very hard not to be partisan but this transcends partisan. We're talking about dignity, integrity, loving kindness, learning, studying, hard work, and loving kindness towards all our fellow people, regardless of who or where they are. Ashlosha Devarim, Ashlosha Devarim, Ashlosha Devarim, Olam, Omen, Ashlosha Devarim, Ashlosha Devarim, Ashlosha Devarim, Olam, Omen. Al Torah, Ve'al Avodah, Ve'al Gemilut Hasadim. Al Torah, Ve'al Avodah, Ve'al Gemilut Hasadim. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות עסקים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות עסקים. The Shema tells us that, pertinent to this week and tonight, that we should listen, that a message is coming. A message has been delivered. Whether we are all vulnerable, all of us vulnerable to a horrible pandemic, no one was exempt automatically. We shared that in common. And we're all vulnerable to the outcome of violence and war. And moreover, we're all vulnerable to the challenge to the environment. All of that signifies one. It signifies a oneness. And that's what the Shema is talking about. Listen, everybody. Imagine there is a higher existence of some kind. That's as much description as I'll give it. And that higher existence is saying, listen, you guys, we are all one. Echad. We are all one. So stop. It's not necessary. We can be done now. We can be done with war. War is obsolete. So is rage. You know what I say? I say instead of raging, roar. A lion roars to say, Hineni, I am here. We need rage and terror, vitriol, and anger, and silly, silly name calling. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. We're not saying some strange, archaic words that have no meaning. We are saying there's something we share. And as well as our plurality and our differences, we share our oneness. None of us is getting out of this alive. We are one. The best number. Chad. I'm going to bless the fruit of the vine. And may the fruit of the vine be the fruit that is brought by conversation, by interchange, by verbal discourse, and by making agreements with understanding that people actually keep. And Shlomo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri agafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho b'ava u'b'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh Bereshit ki hu yom tehila lemikraye kodesh זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל עמים. בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. To peace. With my wonderful Kedem grape juice. So peace doesn't actually start when war hits as a concept. Peace starts, as I said, in the home, in the playground. And so as the world gets harsher, we have an opportunity to get firm and clear and gentle with those that are around us. To not make assumptions, but to start with questions. Let me be a little kinder. Let me be a little blind to the faults of those around me. Let me praise a little more. Let me be, when I am weary, just a little bit more cheery. Take a little more of others and a little less of me. Let me be a little braver when temptation bids me wait. To strive a little harder to be all that I should be. Let me be a little meeker with a brother or sister that weak. Think a little more of others and a little less of me. Let me be, when I am weary, just a little bit more clear. Let me serve a little better that I am striving for. Let me be, when I am weary, just a little bit more clear. And a little more of others and a little less of me. A little less of me, a little less of me. So, the target's a little bit out of tune, but the world's a little bit out of tune, so we're together. So last night in my teen class, we did an activity that I've done many times, but I realized that it has an application towards what's happening today. When I saw one of the kids who was during our class making cranes, folding cranes in origami, and having that be one of the ways that we move towards peace. Well, we did a game, and you can try this at home. And I call it the Peace Tower. And it's to see how high you can build your Peace Tower. Now, all you can use to build your Peace Tower is pieces of paper. No tape, no glue, no staples, no paper clips, just the paper. And I will post on my Facebook tonight some of the amazing towers kids came up with. They're so delicate that if you move something the wrong way, it falls over, it collapses. And it takes a lot of cooperation and collaboration to figure out how to make it work. Sounds a lot like peace. So maybe we should build 1 million paper towers. and then recycle the paper. I will put some of the pictures up on my Facebook. They're pretty incredible. It doesn't seem like you could make towers out of paper, but it's like figuring it out, figuring out the trick. What is the trick to make it happen? What is the trick to make something as delicate and as flimsy and as such so destructible to stand tall? So I'll put those up on my Facebook right after the service, at least a couple of them. Oh, I know what we didn't sing. My favorite piece, so one of my favorite peace songs. Let me do a little tuning. There it is. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer it home. I'd hammer it even all over this land. I'd hammer out danger. I'd hammer out a warning. I'd hammer out love between a brother and a sister all over this land. If I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out a warning, I'd ring out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out a warning, I'd sing out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Now I've got a hammer, and I've got a bell, I've got a song to sing all over this land. It's a hammer of justice, it's a bell of freedom, it's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. All right, so some nice comments. I saw Andrew left a comment. Love to see you sometime. Don, thanks for watching and taking part of this, Gabor. Millie, I love that Millie was there. I hope she's still there. So I'm going to conclude with asking everybody to think, to manifest, to believe in, to love the idea that there be no more war and no more hunger if we can manage it. No more hunger, no more famine and hunger. And hope that the one, whatever that one is, I think it might be all of us, got to get in tune for this last song. Fortunately, I'm not being paid to do this. Remember, peace starts in the home. Peace starts in the street, in the family. And that every word that we say that's positive contributes towards a defaulting to nice, which I hope we can all do. Osei shalom bimroma, Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru say shalom b'mamah. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. So before we go, I'm going to name off a few things that you can do to make Shabbat happen. Because whether you're talking about Shabbat or you're talking about God or the Messianic Age or Moshiach, we're talking about, it's a verb. It's something that we make happen. And the way we make it happen is by doing good things. By the greatest mitzvah, I'm told by many rabbis and many things I've read, the greatest mitzvah is to make something that's really bad really good. So can we do that? Is that possible? Okay, so things we can do to dignify the Shabbat, to respect and love the integrity of the Shabbat. And let me adjust this camera a little bit. There we go. Ready? Call someone up who needs a call. Send a letter, send a thank you card, send a gratitude card. Sing with your family, play table games. Help someone in need. Donate money, but moreover, donate time. Practice the concept of ahava, which in Hebrew means love and which in Aramaic means I give, giving. And lots of hugs, lots of stuffies for little children, wonderful bedtime stories. Don't watch too much TV. Don't watch too many movies. Don't play too many violent games. And we can come together. Love is but a song we sing. There's a way we die. We can make the mountains ring or hear the angels cry. Know the dove is on the wing. You need not know why. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Shabbat shalom. Do something special for someone. Do something special for yourself. We'll see you soon. Shabbat shalom. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bim.